Hi everyone, it's craftytinas. This video is a tutorial video for the tag punch board. I'm making this video so that we can add the QR code to our spreadsheet so that you can always refer back to know how to use a specific punch board. I am trying to get QR codes and tutorials for all of my punch boards. This is the craftytinas book. Make sure you go to my Facebook page and download and print it for free. Let's get started. This specific board is for tags, and you probably think immediately Christmas gift tags. I don't want you to think this board is limited to just a Christmas gift tag. You can put tags on anything. You can put them in pockets for your notebooks. You can put them on greeting cards. You can put them in scrapbooks, and you can use them for gift tags. If you like to go to like Dollar Tree and grab a pretty gift tag or gift bag, now you can make your own special color coordinated or special themed gift tag to go along with it. Do you need this board to make a gift tag? No. Is it more fun? Yes. Take a stack of scraps one day and just sit and make some tags. And that's what we're going to do here. You can wing it and make any size tag you want, but I have listed my favorites, my favorite sizes, and the angle that I like to cut. So we're just going to randomly pick one. Let's go with an actual tag that is 1.5 inches by 3 inches. So we're basically going to take a piece of scrap, and I wanted 1.5 by 3. So I'm going to cut it at 1.5 by 3. And this is going to be the overall size of my tag. I now want to put angled cuts and a hole in the center. For this particular one, I personally like using the letter J. This board has a bunch of lines to the side, and they are lettered A all the way through L. This specific one, we're going to go to J. So we're going to line the top of our paper up to the J line. This is purely a preference and not anything you have to do. The only thing you have to do is be consistent and do the same letter on both sides. So we're going to take our cutting tool and we're going to put it in the track, and we're going to cut the little corner off. Then you're going to flip it over and do the exact same thing, making sure you go to J. And it's very, very hard to see those letters. You're going to put it back in the track and cut the other side off. Now I have two sides cut off evenly. I need to add my hole. There are lines here as well to help you line it up so that you can center it. They are pre-measured so that you get the same line on each side, then you know it's in the center, and you punch your hole. It is a very small hole. If you have a different hole punch you want to use, that's perfectly fine. You could do a shaped hole using a paper punch, but that is a basic understanding of this board. The issue is wider tags might look odd with smaller angled cuts. So let's go to a much bigger one. Let's go to a 3 by 4. So we're going to cut this tag at 4 inches by 3 inches, which we already are at 3 inches. So if we want a much bigger tag, we're not going to want a very tiny corner, but you can if you prefer. So because this is 3 by 4, I like E. So that is the one I have written down. So we're going to take the top of that to the letter E, and you're going to cut, flip it over. You're going to go back to the letter E and cut the other side. And then you're going to put it in the center and punch the hole. And now you have a bigger tag. But now let's take that same concept. It's a 3 by 4. And you're not limited to the small cuts. So this 3 by 4 was done at E. Let's do one that's larger. Let's go up to G. We're going to close. and we're going to do both sides at the letter G. Now remember, you're using the top of the paper to go back to G. The line goes all the way out. And this gives us an entirely different look on the same side, same size of cardstock. You can still put this inside, punch your hole. It is merely a different look. You could also do a layered tag. If it was two different colors, it would stand out better to show you making the tag. Remember, these tags are not just for gifts, they're decorative purposes also. Let's go with a 2 by 2.5 tag and see what kind of fun shape we can get out of that. We're going to get 2 by 2.5. It's a very small tag. And we're going to use the H. We're putting the top on the line. We're taking out our little cutter. We're going to flip that over and do the same thing again. Oh, but you actually have to cut it. I did not want to cut this paper. It's the paper. It's very grainy. But now I have even a different kind of tag. We're going to put this in here and center it up. You're using the lines on the board. And now I have a circle. You can layer these tags. You can do so much with them. You can fold or emboss a section of it to make it pretty. You can use washi tape. Washi tape is a form of paper tape. Just by adding a strip of washi tape to your tag, you can really dress it up. You can add double-sided adhesive and glitter. There's so much you can do with a tag. This tutorial video is to show you how to use the board, but I also wanted to give you some hints on what to use these tags for. If you're making a journal or a notebook, you can put a pocket inside and add a tag with a little message or saying or something special for someone. You simply need to cut out another piece of cardstock slightly bigger on the sides and bottom and make a pocket such as this. Just glue 3 sides and now you have a pocket in your journal. I love having these little tags inside a journal. If you're giving a journal to someone and you're going to include a gift card, this is where you would put the gift card on the tag itself and stick it into the pocket as a gift. If you want to know how to make these little notebooks, we used the cinch machine and I have other videos. In all honesty, this is a simple board. You don't think you need it because you could cut these angles on your works board. However, it is a lot more fun, in my opinion, to have a designated board. I can just grab me some scrap paper, go sit in front of the TV, and just make up a bunch of tags for an upcoming project, or just simply to have on hand so that I can add them to gift bags. There is one other thing I wanted to show you. If you don't want the hole to be so far down, say you're doing a little tag and you want the hole to be closer, there is an extra line on here by where you punch the hole. If you take the paper to that line, which is right there, instead of going all the way to the stopper, you're going to go to that line. It puts the hole closer to the edge. So that is another choice that you have in order to customize this for yourself. This one is closer to the edge and this one is further away. I like it further away so it doesn't have the option of tearing as easily, but you may want it close because you might be making such a small tag that it looks odd for the hole to be too far in. And again, it does not matter how little or how much you cut on the corners as long as you do both sides consistently. Another thing you might want to consider is putting angles at the end of your tag as well. So when we did this tag, this was our 3x4, I believe. Yes, when we did the 3x4, we cut this at E. So if you wanted to add angled cuts at the bottom, you could put this back in here at E and cut. Flip it over, put it back at E, and cut again. And now my tag looks like that. It kind of looks like a little sales tag. If you are scrapbooking or card making and you leave out the hole, you now have a framed shape that you can put inside a scrapbook or a greeting card that you can use to mat something else. You can have a photo in there, an image in there, or you could simply emboss this itself. You don't have to stay boring when it comes to gift tags. You can do one side printed and one side white. This was another project I was in the midst of making. But your gift cards can be pretty as well as plain for you to write on. You can write on the reverse. So let's go back to the 3x4 and do E again. So we're going to do at 4 inches. And you pick what you want on your tag, basically, especially if you have a printed item. Look how pretty that is. Now we did the 3x4, and we're going to go back and do E again because I liked this style. And play around with it. Play with your scraps. E might not work for you. You may want to go to F, or you may want to go to D. I just happen to like how much of an angle E gave me. And just like that, I have a pretty tag. Now, if you wanted to use this in a scrapbook, you wouldn't put the hole, but now you would go and do the other ones at E. And you see how super simple and easy this board is to use. So you can break it out when you're making your cards or your scrapbooks. I'm trying to get you some color background so you can see the cuts better. This is going to make a really cute addition to a card or a notebook. You can put it on another piece of cardstock that is a different color to really bring out some of the inside colors. For this one, you would probably put it on a pink or a yellow, just to bring out those colors specifically. See how it will bring out the color that's inside that page. It's a great way to use up your scraps. Go make a bunch of different shapes, have them readily available, and you can use them whenever you would like. You can also make a smaller version of this to go on your tag so that it has some pretty color and character to your tag itself. This has endless possibilities. I know our list looks very small. This is just the tutorial to remind you how to use it, but you're going to need your creativity or a few more of my videos to show you what you can do with it once you've learned how to use the board and are able to make all of these different sizes. These are fun sizes to make. It is a small compact board. It has a small cutter, so make sure you buy a few extra. It's the same cutter that's in your alphabet board. So if you want to buy a couple of these cutters, I think they come in a 2-pack. It has a simple single punch. You can use that for anything. You don't have to be making a tag to use your punch. And it stores very nicely because it is small. I hope this helped give you a refresher on your tag punch, and I hope it encouraged you to go break this out of your drawer, your shelf, wherever you have this stored. Grab you some scrap paper and see what you can do. I'd love to see your creations. Join me on my Facebook page. The link will be in the description. Also, if you want any of my tutorial spreadsheets to go with your punch boards, they're on my Facebook page for free. Go download them now. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope this helped. And as always, happy crafting.